Like, he's clearly a Charlie Sheen clone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, they were like, all right, well, we're going to make Charlie Sheen too. He looks like he's going to have a coke overdose. Let's get his body double in here, clone the shit out of him or whatever. He comes out, Charlie Sheen comes through it. They're like, fuck it. All right, this kid's name's Corey Feldman.
Yep. It's old Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, it's old Charlie.
It's like Michael Jackson. Remember Dave?
Yeah, Dave.
He'll make you smile on Larry King. He'll make you smile.
You'll know. This guy.
He's a god. That's Michael Jackson after he got his skin blown off in the Pepsi commercial. That's allegedly the real Michael Jackson. Listen to his voice. He talks about the criminality of his father and stuff like that. Like, it's so awesome. What a king he is. Oh, this is the best video ever.
Joining us now here in Los Angeles, Miko Brando, who was with us almost every night after this untimely passing. Longtime Michael Jackson
He's taking
friend
a sip.
attending the funeral. And Dave, yes, that's his name, Dave. He was David Rothenberg. He was set on fire in 1983, suffered, as you can see, terrible scars. Michael Jackson befriended him and paid for a lot of his surgeries. Dave is also attending the burial. Why Dave?
Incredible, isn't it?
Well, to liberate myself from the confines of my father's criminality.
He caused the fire?
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta hear
this. He
this.
is a criminal, and
Yeah, you have to.
It sounds just like
it sounds just like
caused all this. To free myself of his name and his legacy, I decided to become my own person through changing my name.
We'll find out how Michael helped you, but Miko, is that a
I'm gonna
typical
change my name
story
to
of Michael?
Dave.
Don't forget his dad. He goes by the name Chuck Charles.
No,
it's not a joke. You can't make that up.
When you watch the news together,
Who's dad?
I thought that was Pat Buchanan on
reach
there.
out to them, send them a basket, send them a note, get well, or whatever the incident would be. And
who's this flea market salesman?
I think it's Marlon Brando's son.
He sells buck knives at a flea market.
Remember Joe Jackson selling perfume at malls?
Selling buck knives.
He's on CNN. He's just like, we'll put a suit on him. He's like, all right, whatever. It looks like Krause. All right, you're gonna come out and talk about Michael Jackson. Yeah, whatever I don't care. Well, how much is it? $300? Okay.
So good.
That's actually a really good idea.
Yep.
Hiring people like off the street, $200.
Yeah.
To talk about 9/11.
Yep, they're experts. He was there. He was one of the first responders. Let's hear what he has to say.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what. I looked up at the building. The first plane, it was smashing into it. Well, the whole thing was on fire. People running everywhere.
Next thing I saw, Steve Buscemi got his fire gear on. He was helping for free. Well, he went broke from his sex addiction, so he had to make it up somehow.
Yeah,
He's another one that went broke.
Oh, yeah. After all that from sex addiction.
How the hell does he has a cock? He has sex? I don't believe it. Look at his face.
Yeah.
And I don't dislike him. Like, he's good, but I don't believe that guy has sex. I really don't. I don't.
He's a very sexual guy. I disagree.
You think he's sensual as well?
Sensual, Charles.
You know, maybe I'm going to have to hit him up, see if he can fucking make me a woman. See if he can make me good.
You call him 2 days later, it's national news.
He blows all of his money on me. He's prostituting him.
You dressed nice and like obviously bought red. You're walking out of like Louis Vuitton with mad bags.
He treats me right. He pays me like 20 grand a night. What the fuck?
Yeah, you're telling TMZ photographers exactly what's happening. He gave me $3,500 last night. I blew him. He fucking threw a bunch of. We went out. He spent $9 grand. Gives me the cash after.
I fucking blew him halfway. I refused to finish him off unless he gave me 20 G's.
You jump in a fucking Ferrari. It's yours. It says Charles is now.
Chuck Charles.
Your license plate's a paragraph long that says fucking Steve Buscemi.
If you ever get in an accident or get plastic surgery or anything, Charles, you should rebrand as Chuck Charles.
Chuck Charles is definitely the play.
That's an incredible name.
It was shocking. I didn't even know for years. And someone said Chuck Charles. I said, I knew it was real. I was like, oh, I had to sit down.
You had to take a breather as soon as you heard it. Yeah.
Whose father went by Chuck? Dave's dad went by Chuck Charles?
Chuck Charles. That's kind of an interesting name.
Can we hear Dave again? I didn't hear it.
You'll
I
like
had my
him.
cans on. That's audio engineering term.
I thought it was for like big knockers.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, this guy is a king. He's in heaven. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
Joining us now here in Los Angeles, Miko Brando, who was with us almost every night after this untimely
He's with Larry
passing.
King every night.
Miko Brando with us every night.
Yeah, where?
And Dave, yes, that's his name, Dave. He was David Rothenberg. He was set on fire in 1983.
Anglicized his
Suffered,
name
as
to
you can see,
Dave.
terrible scars. Michael Jackson befriended him and paid for a lot of his surgeries. Dave is also attending the
Station
burial.
fire.
Why Dave?
That night, station
Well,
fire.
to liberate myself from the confines of my father's criminality.
What was going on?
He caused the fire?
Yeah, he is a criminal, and he caused all this. To free myself of his name and his legacy, I decided to become my own person through changing my name.
We'll find out how Michael helped you, but Miko, is
that
that
was
a
Diane.
typical story of Michael helping people like this?
Absolutely. When he would hear about stories of people in need,
Yeah.
Nice
needing
hairline.
help,
Yeah.
when we watch the news together,
It's
he
the hottest. The
It's like
fucking.
his head's wearing a cape.
reach out to them, send them a basket,
Dracula on his
send
head.
them a note, get well, or whatever.
That's
the
probably
incident
Michael
would be. And he'd always reach
Yeah.
out to people and help people. Even driving around town, he'd stop and help people.
You give
I
people
don't
a
say
ride.
that about you, Dave.
He heard about me, and he had contacted me and wanted to meet me.
How old were you at the time?
I was about 7 years old at the time.
And were you in the hospital?
I was not in the hospital at the time. I was in interim back and forth from surgery.
And what did he do for you?
Well, basically, he
The
befriended
thing's up
me.
on 2 wheels, taking the turn.
You pause
He
it, Chris.
took me in.
Is Dave still alive?
No, he died a few years
How
back.
terrible.
Went to
Poor
heaven.
bastard. Unless he was one of Michael Jackson's molesting accomplices.
I mean,
Imagine-
do you believe that Michael Jackson was doing? I mean, it seems obvious, but I just
think
don't.
it seems obvious and indisputable, but it's also the case that Michael Jackson didn't he sneakily bought the Beatles
Yep,
catalog.
they made him look like a monster,
And
and
he-
he had
he
some
re-
songs.
had the lyric "Kick me, kick me,
Yeah, you remember?
any way you like me."
Yep.
He was sort of at war with Jewish record executives.
Yep.
So who really knows?
It
you know?
makes the story they have on him less. I mean, that makes it the least believable.
Yeah, and also there's also the kids that accused him. There's the parents. There's like tapes of the parents being like, "This is our we just hit the lottery," like stuff like that.
Yeah, Aaron Carter's mom.
It really?
Yeah, Aaron Carter's mom being like, he molested you.
Mm-hmm.
And Aaron Carter was like, I kind of wish I hung out with Aaron Carter. He's like the Chet Hanks that I wanted to hang out with.
Is he dead?
Yeah, Aaron Carter's dead.
Oh yeah.
Remember, you said Bruce Willis gave him $1 million?
Yeah, Bruce Willis was dating him at one point.
Yeah,
And he was giving him presents and gifts.
yeah.
It was kind of like the relationship that Justin Bieber had with Jeffrey Jones. They were kind of dating for a bit. You remember Jeffrey Jones?
Jeffrey Jones, the principal from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh God!
You remember him?
Oh, yeah.
They think they were dating at some point. I thought that was sweet.
Justin Bieber was fucking,
They were dating.
they were out to dinner at spaghetti. They were having spaghetti.
Then he's got all the different kinds of illegal porn on his computer, and then he's in jail for Jeffrey Jones.
He's in jail. Oh, he just died. Oh no, he's in jail.
He's
Still,
still
He
alive?
was
Wow.
great in Howard the Duck. He
Yeah.
made my life sick.
I think he
seeing
was
him.
great in everything. I
Yeah,
actually
he was
liked
Great in Ferris
fantastic.
Bueller's Day Off. He was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, he
Amazing
was.
actor.
Yeah.
But he had some proclivities, or maybe not. Maybe it was just a hitch up. You have no idea.
Well, I mean, he's got the physiognomy of a collector,
Of a man with proclivities.
of a man with hard drives.
Is he out of jail? Possession of child porn.
Ugh.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Too many cases.
Icky.
He just couldn't stay away, I guess.
I like how they paid him to pose nude on multiple occasions, wearing a cowboy hat with stuffed animals and dressed as a Native American.
Oh, brother.
Him?
Come on, man. No, he paid a kid to do that.
Oh.
Fucking-
Grace!
Multiple occasions. He's got his tongue coming out like Howard the Duck.
Who's Paul Rubens? Is that Pee Wee Herman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is it linked? Can you go back to
Paul Rubens is just jacking it, right?
he was whacking it? Well, he's probably whacking it in fucking a special way. Go to go to our guy's Wikipedia here. Jeffrey Duncan Jones. Don't name your kids Duncan anything. You'll be Dunkin' Donuts.
Duncan Hines.
You'll be Duncan Hines when you're
Dunking your
done.
dick in
Duncan
kids.
McLeod.
Dunking his dick into a kid. This is okay. So hold on a second. Following leads in an investigation of Paul Rubens. Oh wow.
Oh.
Okay, so Paul Rubens wasn't just jerking it.
Fuck.
Chamo.
SNL people completely. So I like everybody like as soon as then everybody lets him get off. You know?
Yeah.
I feel bad for Aaron Carter. Aaron Carter was like they tried to his mom.
Rent
mom,
boy.
like, you fucking crazy.
Yep.
I didn't get touched by Michael Jackson. Like he was kind of normal. And the like FBI was at his house, and there's a really good interview where he was like, it's that one. You wouldn't have to watch it, but it's basically like,
Ooh.
I didn't fucking. My mom was like, he touched you, remember?
Oh yeah, implanting memories in him. Yep, using hypnosis on her own son, trying to pimp him out.
I think it's anybody who feels like ending up in LA, like LA Hollywood child. There's no length in which they won't go.
No.
I mean, I get, hey, your kid, you want to make your kid a star, that's fine. But being like, anything goes.
Yep.
Do you remember in was it Bruno, the Holocaust babies?
Yes.
Wasn't that so funny?
Anything goes.
Was it good?
It was Sacha Baron Cohen set up a casting for baby actors. So the moms came in with the babies, and they dressed them up as Holocaust survivors and Nazis, and did like this is a demonic thing, but a Holocaust like Nazi babies and Auschwitz babies, and the parents are there. The joke is to show how these frigid like stage mothers will do anything, will subject their babies to anything in order to get famous.
I remember doing casting for videos.
This is not it, by the way, Chris. I don't want to look it up. It's not. We don't want to see babies in Holocaust uniforms, but it was a telling clip. It showed the
parents always pimp their children.
It showed how low these parents were willing to go. Yeah,
I remember seeing it right in the parents and like leaving that day. You were there, Chuck.
Mm-hmm.
We were doing the casting, and do you remember the dads?
What was this for?
It was in we were LA.
Yeah.
We were doing casting at that casting agents at that thing.
Yep.
And we had one of them was for kids, and the parents were always there with the kids, and like we would have like the.
It wasn't for Jews Rock, was it?
No. It was like pre-show.
Okay.
It was like when we didn't have money.
Yeah.
And it was no pay. It was a no pay job.
Mm-hmm.
It was like what did we use kids for? There was supposed to be like a kid for a commercial or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but it was like the first. It was when we got money from.
Yeah.
It was like we had like.
I remember the stuff we were shooting. I don't remember what.
I don't remember what the hell we needed. Like I remember we had like it was the one we did American Girl.
Mm-hmm.
I think whatever. I think Adult Swim really wanted it from us. Anyway, so
these fucking assholes.
yeah, fucking retards giving someone $15,000, telling them to make 5 videos. Anyway, so they were like, yeah. I remember one dad specifically being like, yeah, you can see he'll swear anything, literally anything.
I feel like I remember that.
And we were all like,
yeah.
And then like he's like, no, literally anything.
Yeah.
And he like kept ramming at home, and I think I was outside smoking weed and cigarettes like soon thereafter. I'm like, this is fucked.
Should we kill this guy?
Yeah, fuck me. I feel like wicked dirty right now. Like, this is disgusting.
Yeah.
Sick.
I hate seeing even in regular roles, children and babies in movies, because you just know that it's not a good fun experience for them. Even if they're doing something totally normal, it's like, fucking why would you have your kid go through this? I really don't like that.
Shirley Temple had fun though, right? Remember they were keeping her in a dog cage in between takes.
Oh my God!
They giving her the fake teeth while they all did it. Remember Buddy Hackett? Remember he was dancing with her, grinding on her, doing all different kinds of stuff. The Hollywood execs like flashing their cocks. She's laughing because they got small dicks. I remember hearing those stories. I was like, oh wow, that sounds kind of fun to be a child actor.
I would have liked to see I'd shoot him with a bow and arrow if I was in Palm Springs watching these fucking old fat sit around and be like, I was in a movie with fucking Shirley Temple, and you just know he was probably him and Steven Spielberg were like T-boning a fucking yeah. You have to shoot him with one of those like Joe Rogan arrows, like, point blank with like a flaming Joe Rogan arrow, like right through his teeth. Like he's holding an arrow in his mouth. That's like it's like through his head. It's flying. He's like, ah! I'm laughing. I'm like, I'm on Instagram Live with him.
See you in hell.
Can we try to beat him a chip? I'm trying to give him a nice cold Sprite. Give him a chip.